Hey everybody, welcome back to Shelltastic Crafts. I hope you're all doing well. Actually going to pour a few things today, and magically, believe it or not, I didn't even plan this, but it all fit in my Resiner's curing machine. So this pretty much cures everything. I've tried it, I've used it, I love it. It cures within about 2 hours or so, but I let it cool down before I unmold it. And instead of a 24-hour wait, or at least a 12 to 15-hour wait, it cuts it dramatically. So basically, what are these? These are um, tea light holders, okay, a set of two, and these are the bases. And this is a turtle. I haven't used this mold in a while. And basically, this is a crosshatch like jar. It'll go like this. And then there's a top that goes on top of it like this. So this will be what the jar looks like, but it's a very pretty jar. I've poured it before, and I've poured it in red, I've poured it in pink, I've poured it in a couple colors actually. And my favorite one actually was the Sia Eye Ghost Gold. I love this color. It comes out pearlescent. Sorry about this, guys. I just realized that in this clip I must have lost my microphone. I think it died, and I had to recharge it. I apologize for that. I was just going on to say that I was going to use this beautiful color, Scales of Inferno, for the turtle, and I decided to do the back part, the back of the turtle, with Bear and Cashmere, again by Dianca Pours. The color I decided to use for the tea light holders is a brand new color that I just got from Laura's Art Corner. Laura's Art Corner, and that is Mint Rose. So that color is obviously a mint color with rose overtones. So since it's brand new and I haven't used it yet, I wanted to try it out in those tea light holders. So that's about it. I'm going to go mix up what I feel is the right amount of resin for this project. I didn't actually measure the molds, so I'll be right back after I'm done with that. Thanks. Okay, so I'm back. I mixed up 16 ounces, and I just want to make sure, because when you use a machine, it doesn't always get the sides and the bottoms. So I want to mix it up a little bit, and then I'm going to decant it into my cups. So I've already dissolved um, the mica powders in the cups, and I'm going to pour what I think I might need for each one. So the shell, probably only need about an ounce and a half if I'm lucky. So I'm not putting that much in there. I love this color. Beautiful. I'm gonna make sure I get all the mica powder off of my stick so I can mix that back in. Scrape the sides, the bottom. Mix it up real well. The Ghost Gold is what I believe I'm going to need the most of. So I'm going to put quite a bit into this cup. And I should have extra clear so that if I need it, wow, I filled that up a lot. Okay, let's go into another cup. Way too high. Split that up. And Mix it up thoroughly. Get the mica powder off my stick. That looks pretty good. Let's see the other one now. I think I might need to add a little more powder to that. I really just used the 1-to-1 Let's Resin epoxy. And now that I am adding it in, I want to make sure that it's all dissolved. So I'm going to mix it extra. Make sure I don't have any unmixed mica powder in there. That looks much better in color. Okay, so that's that. Pick green. Mix it really well. There you go. That's a beautiful color. Wow. Okay. And the rest I'm going to put in my green. And I don't know why, but I feel like I might not have enough. Did I mix up too little? Getting a little nervous here. I have a feeling I'm going to have to mix up more. That's not enough for the turtle, that's for sure. I guess my guess was wrong. Yep, definitely wrong. There's no way that's enough for the turtle. So I'm definitely going to have to mix up more for that. Probably going to have extra the other ones though, so. All right, let me mix a few ounces more. And I'm going to mix that in there. And I bet you I poured too much resin in the other color and not enough in this one. So, all right, I'm going to put these through the bubble remover, mix up a few more ounces, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I filled this up with more green, and I want to spritz it. And I got it all down in that head and the arms. I don't want them missing any arms. So here we go with the green. And I'm sure since I mixed it wrong, I'm going to have extra of every color. And I'm not happy about that, but whatever. It is what it is. That's what happens when you try to guess. See, I'm trying to get the bubbles out of the head. I'm going to squeeze the arms a little bit. Or the legs, I should say. Make sure I got all of that. Back down without spilling. Okay. And fill them up. Yep, as I suspected, I'm going to have a ton. Ay, ay, ay. Over pour. Over pour. Over pour. Whoopsies. Get my squeegee out for this. Way over poured on that one. So let me get my squeegee. That goes that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this beautiful Baron Cashmere color and spritz the top. Find my alcohol. Where did you go? It's right next to me. And spritz the top of that. And yet another thing flying into my... So every time I turn around, there's something else in there. Or it's slowly in the shell. Okay. I took almost all of it. Not too bad. Get my bubble wand and go under a little bit of a lip. This is a storage jar, so I'm going to try to make sure there's no bubbles underneath. Whoops, and there comes a bubble. So I do go around it several times, and then I'll pop the bubbles with either a long neck lighter or torch. And I already see something floating in my turtle. A hair. And then that looks good. Okay. I definitely measured right on that brown because there's barely any left. Okay. That. This is the mint rose. Very pretty color. Again, spray the molds, bases. Slowly. Whoa. That was amazing. I can't believe I measured absolutely perfectly with these tea light holders. Amazing. These are perfect. Perfect. That's good. So I don't have any left over that. And now for the final one. This is the Ghost Gold. Basically, I want to, almost spilled that. I want to kind of press it, make sure there's no bubbles in there. Oh no! This I put too much alcohol in and it's sitting at the top. This one's kind of deceiving because you don't think it's going to hold a lot, but it holds quite a bit. Looks good. Let's do that one. It's definitely starting to get warm already. You have 40 minutes working time with this, but by the time you pour it, mix it, decant it, mix the mica powders, put it through a bubble remover machine or whatever you're going to do, you don't realize how much time has gone by and it does start getting warm. Again, this takes quite a bit. Beautiful. Try to put a little bit here, hopefully, because I have the alcohol's kind of sitting on top and I don't want it to be uneven. That looks good. This you'd have to glue to the top of one of these. You'll see after we demold. Perfect. On the border of, yes, over pouring. And this could probably use just a drop. Well, my guesstimate of 16 ounces was kind of correct. The problem is I poured the green, the mint green perfectly. I over poured a little bit of this golden ghost, and then I had to mix up more green. So honestly, if I had put that into here, we would have a perfect amount, maybe an ounce or two left over. So, and I still have some clear left over. So yeah, I definitely over poured, over mixed, and should have measured them first, but good thing to keep in mind for the future. Put these a little bit alcohol. I feel like this one's a little bit just messy, or still okay. Looks like it's just messy over there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I sprayed everything, and I'm going to put this into the machine to cure, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to find some molds to put it in, and I'll be right back. Hi again. Just found some extra molds, and going to pour these. I have a feeling I'm going to need more, but let's start with this at least because this is getting very, very warm. These molds I know for a fact. These three I bought from Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. Shout out to Michelle. Love her channel. Watch her all the time. And I'm going to make green butterfly. And really, these are very shallow, so you really don't want to pour them. Actually, should have put it in another cup so I can pour it easier. And I'm right-handed, so that would help too. As I said, it's getting a little thick. Make this pink turtle. Oop, dome that one. Make these green. These are tiny little turtles. Probably make them independents. Ugh, this cup is horrible. It's better. Much easier to pour. Drop. Oh, go down with a tool because it's so thick that it's not really getting into those arms and legs. Gotta move faster. Yikes. Gonna use a little bit more. Oh, that's a lot of bit more. Too much. No. Oh, okay. Let's try this one. Oh gosh. This is really thick now. Oh, more molds, more molds, more molds. And then we clean this, but I'm going to pray for the best. I'm actually going to mix the green. Yeah, like moving. Oh, that's going to come out real pretty. Okay. Hopefully that comes out good. This one's done. And let's see what else I have. So thick, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. We'll see later how this comes out. I want to go down there with a tool. Hopefully I don't have bubbles. We'll see, because this is very, very thick. And it is what it is now. Better than trying to waste the resin. Have a lot of facets in them, so I'm trying to make sure I get down in there. Like I said, it's so thick at this point, I don't know if there's much I can do, but trying to make sure it gets down in those little legs. I don't care about the spillage at this point. Anyway, so that's it. And this one too. Into all those petals. And there you go. Okay guys, I'll see you on demold. Hey guys, I'm back. Everything is done. And yes, I started out with a few molds, but because I poured so much extra and disproportionate, and I had to mix up extra, I came out with a lot of extras. Butterflies, this flower that I usually make these into just magnets for the refrigerator. but let's start. And first I'm going to start with the big one. Get this released all the way around. I'm going to roll this one back is the best way to do it. And that's one of the sides. Beautiful. Just taking a little over pour off the top into the garbage so I can get it out a little bit easier. Okay. Okay. And that's the other half. Came out gorgeous. No bubbles. Beautiful. And this would go like this. This is the actual jar. I'm going to line it up like this. Okay. And then this would be the top. How cute that is. Just got to trim that a little bit. So that goes on the top. Basically, when I glue it onto the top, this is what the jar would look like. I have to trim it a little bit, and then I usually adorn it with pearls. That's one. Let's try the tea light holders. Now, when you use these, I don't recommend that you use real fire tea light candles. Use the ones with the batteries to put them in, because if it gets too heated, you don't know what reaction it might have to the resin. Oh, these are beautiful. Wow. That's the top. You put your tea light in here. So this would be a set. Comes in a set of 2. Okay. Oops. And then these are the stands for them. Again, beautiful, no bubbles. So they would go like this. So I would take it and glue it once I trim it, and it will look like this. And again, it'll be a set of 2. So the cutest little molds. Whoops. Flew right out. Okay, so I'll glue those. Then we did the frog. Hopefully he has a full head and arms and legs. Oops. Big bubble and micro bubbles underneath. Ugh. Okay. But luckily they're all on the bottom. That looks beautiful. Beautiful. And then the top to this is right here. I made it that brown color. It's kind of a matte mold. There's not a shininess to it, which I love, so it looks like satin. How pretty is that? And you got a little storage jar. I have to trim a little bit before it could fit in. And it'll fit, yeah, it's got trimming over here that I got to get in, otherwise it's not going to fit properly. So right there, that is gorgeous. I like making those two-tone. So basically, these are all the extras I got to pour with all the extra resin. So I did a couple of crystal teddy bears. How cute are those? You can make these independents. A little bit of trimming on those. But believe it or not, considering the it was very warm when I did it, I don't see bubbles in there, so that's great. Let's see how this flower came out. Got this a little while ago. It's a matte mold, and wow, again, the resin was getting so hot, but because I put my dotting tool in there, it came out absolutely perfect. There's one little bubble in there, and that's about it. That is great. I'm gonna trim that down and then put a magnet, and this could go right on your refrigerator. This is a 3D butterfly, and I mixed the colors at the end. The gold and the dark green and the green, and wow, look at the colors in there. The gold and the green together. Wow, that looks beautiful. Again, I would just trim that. Maybe put a couple of rhinestones on there. Bubble free. Great. Make a little flower. Again, bubble free. Cute. Like I said, I would just make magnets out of all these. And this is great. This crystal turtle. I love this thing. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. And these you can make into little pendants. I'm really shocked. The resin was so warm that I expected these to come out. Well, this one came out with a bubble on one of the legs. But that one came out perfect. That one came out perfect. Just again, trimming to do. See this butterfly crystal? Oh, beautiful. Just gorgeous. And then, oh, these are beautiful. Few bubbles in there. I expected that. I went in with my dotting tool, but nothing a couple of rhinestones can't fix. This one came out much better. That one came out with a few bubbles, but not too bad. And this one, let's see how this one came out. Another crystal butterfly. Wow, one bubble on the end over here. But other than that, it looks great. Wow. Not too bad. All right, so I do have some trimming to do and some embellishment to do. So I'm going to figure out a plan and trim everything up, and I will put you on a fast forward. Okay, so I'm going to start to work. Okay, you got it. I really apologize, guys. I was having a lot of microphone issues today, and this is one of the clips that got affected again. Basically, I finished everything off. Those butterflies I'm showing you now, I put some rhinestones in them, and as soon as they dry and I can put them upside down, I'm going to put refrigerator magnets on them. As far as the teddy bears that I made, I put flatback bales on them, and let's see, this is the 3D butterfly. I put rhinestones on that, on all of the tips, and as soon as those dry, I'm going to be able to put a magnet on that for the refrigerator. The little the little turtles, I decided instead of making them pendants, I was just going to put a refrigerator magnet on them, and this way it's a set of 4, and they're really cute. You can use it on a whiteboard, a refrigerator, etc., etc. The turtle got a magnet as well. All I did was outline with gold marker the back of the turtle. I really like the colors that I picked for it. Those are also refrigerator magnets. Oh, I'd lost one of my little turtles, so now I found the set of 4. That is an extra I poured in the mint rose, and I colored it with purple metallic marker, and I love the way it came out. But I do have to let that marker dry in order to be able to put the magnet on top, because I have to turn it upside down. As far as the tea light holders, I put rhinestones around the tea light holder, and as well as the bottom on the base. So those came out absolutely beautiful. One thing I do have to say, I do not at all recommend that you put real tea lights with a real burning flame in them, as if it gets to a certain temperature, it might react with the resin, etc., etc. So I would use battery operated ones. As far as the beautiful jar, I glued the top onto it, and in every one of those areas on the bottom and the top of the jar, I put a pearl to accent it. Looks really, really pretty. So that's about it as far as all of that goes, and I really hope you enjoyed watching the video. I know it was a lot of work, and I hope you enjoyed watching what I did to make the end result. And please like and subscribe, and please comment if you'd like to see anything poured. I would love to do it for you. And also, if you feel the content is worth sharing, please share. I thank you again, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.